What up? I'm starting a couple minutes early because I'll be honest, I don't actually have anything. I only worked on Ergot for like the last half hour because I was doing other work stuff today. So I don't have a lot. Um, so if anyone has questions, hit me up. I'll wait as always a couple minutes. But the biggest thing that I'm working on right now is there's a bug where I did some work so that when you're sending raw header or like raw messages, so when you're like forwarding from one interface to another, it passes along the original serialized raw header. Because I was like, oh, if you're gonna forward it on, then we can just pass it along. But that's wrong because a lot of the times when we're routing stuff, we change the header. If nothing else, we need to decrease the TTL, and so basically there's some stuff that I'm surprised kind of works right now. Like it's probably just because we forwarded the messages on. I don't really know how broadcast forwarding actually works right now because I think we just copy and paste the old header into the new message. Maybe it doesn't actually work across multiple hops. Because I think now that I'm thinking about it, most of the discovery stuff is either an edge node finding the central server or a central server finding the node. So it's possible that just message forwarding doesn't super work unless you're specifically, I don't know. This is where we should have more tests. But I'm going back and changing that. So I'm going to basically rip that interface out where we pass along the original raw header. One of the downsides is we need to serialize the header, and we need a place to do that. So right now, I'm basically just manually calculating what's the maximum size of a header, and storing it as a constant value. And I do have a unit test that I added that basically sets everything to the max value and everything optional on. And it is a little fragile. I should probably put some warnings in here about don't change things. Let me just do that now. So yeah, this is kind of gross, but pragmatic. So yeah, I'm basically now need to go and figure out wherever I pass that raw header along, and anywhere I do that, I need to instead serialize the header that we're given. So we're just gonna go looking for raw header. No raw header. What did I call it? Header raw? Okay. So I don't even know if I should include header raw anymore. So let me just try removing this. And then we're going to play a game called Follow the Errors, which is how I like to play Rust a lot of the time. Where you just make some horrifically invasive change, and then you just go fix everywhere that it complains. So we're wireframe 74. No header raw. No header raw. Uh, 201. And then direct edge mod 290. So this is a place where we are stack send raw. So I don't think, let's go to definition because I don't think this should have that. So let's go to profile. Let's just make the invasive change and get rid of header raw here. And now a lot of things are going to be upset. So let's go to interface manager. Also, how was everyone's day? How was everyone's week? Interface manager mod. Okay, yes. Oh, this is just where it's defined. NetStack inner. Handles sending of raw serialized messages. What are you? You're NetStack inner. So you shouldn't have header raw anymore. Let's just get rid of header raw wherever we see it. And then these functions are going to be upset because they don't have their... This is going to be fun. There's a vtable method that is changed. What is this vtable method? F. F is receive raw. Type definition. This is... Okay, let's just boop, boop, boop. Borrow. Oh no, borrowed sockets. We got to come back to borrowed sockets at some point. Probably kind of quiet. We've got to come back to borrowed sockets at some point because... they need some love, and I keep saying I'm going to give them some love, but I haven't given them any love yet. NetStack mod. If you are just joining us, I haven't really done anything today, so I'm just working on stuff now. If you have any questions, ask them in chat. Otherwise, I'm going to work for a couple minutes. Maybe, hopefully, try and get this stuff done. And then, if not, then we'll just be done at some point. Wrong number. Direct Edge mod 290. Profiles. Direct Edge mod 290. That's 190. Trait requires 4 parameters. Found 5. Well, that doesn't sound right. Profiles. No. Okay. Looks like the number of errors is going down. We like that. Raw own 245. Sockets. Raw own 245. Is this going to be inside of a macro? Self. Receive raw. Borrow from slice. Header raw. Borrow 296. Okay, so this is somewhere where I'm gonna actually need to fix this. Oh, it's just, is it just here? Literally? Where did, wait a minute. That seems wrong. Am I just not using raw headers anywhere? Is that why it works? What am I actually doing in... Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And then... Okay, needed you. That dot len. So that is what we're receiving. Okay, so we're trying to figure out enough room to receive a raw message, which means we need to feed. Oh, interesting. Because this isn't. Is this a socket interface? Okay. So where should we not be forwarding this? It's when we do, like when we feed. This is interesting because we sort of want the raw header in this case. Like there's no need to reserialize it if we get a message that comes in and gets fed to a... I should have made a commit before I started doing all this stuff. Excuse me. But let's see. This is interesting because we might actually want the raw header to be there on the socket. So like the socket might want the raw header, but interfaces shouldn't use it. So it's actually only when you're going from interface to interface you should ignore the header, but it still feels kind of foot gunny. The reason that we do want it here for borrowed sockets is the way borrowed sockets work is we actually just store the whole packet inside of a byte queue. Borrowed sockets are almost like a little memory buffer of packets, like they would be on the wire, basically like frames. You keep like a series of variable length frames in them. And so we do need to store the header. But we don't want that in yeah, it's interesting because we do want it for borrowed sockets, and that's probably why I put it in, was for borrowed sockets. But it's probably wrong. So let's just back this out. Sorry that this text is going to be a little small for those of you on stream, but so I think actually but everything but wireframes we probably want to revert. Because, okay, so process one frame. Did we mess with the... So let's put this all back. Because I think we probably do want to remove it on the profile. So let's try and just... I don't know what I just reverted. Actually, okay, hold on. Where did I... No, let's just go back and revert this. Let's start over. Because I think profiles probably shouldn't have the raw header in them because they need to re-encode their header. But I do think that sockets should have it. I say as I am redoing this. Because when... I think... Yeah, let's just go back to a clean start. And then I'm going to end up making the exact same changes again, but I can be more thoughtful about them. So let's try, let's try changing it at the profile level. So actually I'm going to leave the socket to not have this. No, the socket does want this. The socket is the one that does want this. Because it's really only borrowed sockets that want it. We're going to keep this. This is good. Okay, so why is it complaining about header raw? Direct edge mod. What are you talking about? I reverted that. Borrowed frame. Oh, is it going to be in wire profile? Okay, so I do need to revert some of the changes in wireframes because I got to bring you back. What? Did I not hit save? Yes. Yes. Nothing else is different. It's only wireframes. And this has these lines. And this. And there's no... I didn't remove anything with borrow raw. Oh, there it is. Ugh. So I get it. 8 o'clock on a Monday. Okay, cool. So let's get stash. Fix raw header. Okay. I haven't got any questions in the chat. I'm going to do this for another like 2 or 3 minutes, and then just in case anyone's interested in my development workflow. But then yeah, I'll probably go figure out dinner. Let's see. Okay, so what did I say? I said that sockets still need to have the raw header data. So when an interface receives the message and passes it on, that means that the net stack needs to have the raw information. But so it's basically just in profiles send raw. So like send raw should not on the profile should not have send raw because it sends that to the net stack, which will give it to sockets, but we don't ever give that back to a profile. Or if we do give it back to a profile, it needs to be reserialized. So that means I need to go to the profiles. Gone for like 10 minutes. Did I miss anything important? No, I'm just working on stuff. It's just me plumbing through because I didn't do anything today, so I'm just kind of developing on stream today. So you have missed you missed me totally flubbing a change, and now I've undone that, and I'm gonna I think try and fix it. Okay, so now we have a bunch of places that complain. So let's go to direct edge mod. Direct edge send raw. Doesn't need this. Null doesn't need this. Net stack inner. Manager send raw. That's a 219. Doesn't get header raw anymore. And now it compiles. Hup. So, but this is only with, okay. Check features equals Tokyo stud. So now probably, yeah, that will complain. So Tokyo TCP direct router mod 144. Okay, so this is a place where oh shit, it's Dan. What up, Dan? Dan is my college roommate and one of my best friends. I did not expect to see you here, Dan. How you doing? I'm doing some random coding stuff. Did I need to figure out if your Signal or WhatsApp are working? Because I feel like every time I message you, you don't check it. Although I have an iPhone now. So Dan, find some way to message me because I know you have an iPhone. So I can iMessage you now because I know you're usually on an iPhone. So what up, Dan? Assuming that is the Daniel Hellwig that I think it is. NetStack 188. There's a conformance. Ooh, the conformance test. Interesting. Send raw. That's okay. It didn't do anything anyway. Yeah, shoot me a message. Good to see you, man. So cool. So this is one. And then do I want to do NUSB V01? So that's happy still. Oh, you're right, because these are all going to just use the direct router stuff. Okay, so let me go check all. Let's see if that's happy. Okay, something is not. Oh, right, it's the RP20 CD demos RP2040 serial pair. What are you gonna want? What is that? It's saying lib134. No header raw. And you've got no header raw anymore. Okay, that seems to work. Did I just close the wrong one? No, that's okay. Okay, so everything builds. So now I've just got my to-do. Serialize the header. So let's save the. Let's do a. Oh, my dog is barking. I think he might be telling me it's about dinner time. Okay, cool. So I'm probably going to wrap up because I got to take my dog out and make some dinner. But the next step is to use this encode frame header method. So instead of reusing the raw one here, I'm going to serialize this into yeah, it's a dog. He's barking. Let's see if I got any cute pictures of him today. Let's see. Okay. this. Just not show off everything in my house. Yeah. Crop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get some of this without getting my wife's computer in the screen. If you stick around, I'm going to show you dog pictures. And then I'm going to leave. This one, add, send. There you go. There's a cute dog with squeaky toy. Shout out to these Kong toys. They are like, he still kills them, but they take longer to kill. So this is him being adorable and very, very focused on those toys. He loves those toys. Cool. So I'm going to go make dinner, and then I'll come back and I'll figure out the actual serialization stuff later. Because, yeah, I don't want to get locked in on that. He is so cute. Yes, his name is Kuma. Okay, cool. Thank you everyone for watching. This is a fun work stream. If you like fun work streams, let me know. Let me know in the comments or whatever. I can do them more often if people like those, but usually I don't, because I can't use the part of my brain for thinking and for talking at the same time most of the time. So I feel like I'm just sitting quietly for too long. So yeah, hope you all have a wonderful day. Good to see you, Dan, and I'll catch you all Wednesday morning. So 10:30 a.m. Berlin time Wednesday morning. All right, see y'all later.